Hello, everybody. I am Melissa Forziat of Take the Doughnut. And I recently had the opportunity to do an interview with Benjamin Jaffe, one of my Take the Doughnut interviews about opportunity. And I had a chance to hear the story, to hear him tell the story of going on tour with Casey Musgraves. This is a story that I kind of knew about before I invited him to do the interview. I was really interested in interviewing more musicians, and I found him and I was listening to his work. I was like, oh, this is so good. And there was another connection there. And I thought, oh, I really need to talk to Benjamin. And then I saw his story about learning to play the flute. But to hear him tell it, I hope you'll go back if you haven't had a chance to hear that interview yet, to hear him tell this story. He was on tour with an artist that, like for me, it's a household name, Casey Musgraves. And somebody on tour said, oh, there's this one song, we've got a flute solo, we don't have anybody who could do it. Oh, well, and it wasn't, I don't know that it was even a direct ask to Benjamin, but he took it as a personal challenge. And he learned how to play, maybe not like everything you could ever play on the flute, but he learned enough to be able to play that song and that piece. And I just think about the scope of a challenge like that, especially when you're somebody who you're at a level in the thing that you're doing where there are eyes on you already when you try to do something new. It's one thing when you break into a new space or you try something new, but you do it in a little bit of anonymity. It's a totally different thing if you're on tour with with Casey Musgraves. It's such a brave thing. And the way Benjamin told that story, you would think it wasn't a big deal. He makes it sound like, I don't know, he's very humble and he makes it sound so simple. But if you're somebody who has some pressure on you and some eyes on you in some way already, it can be a scary thing to think about taking on a new challenge, because the potential to fail in front of people is there. But then on the other hand, I think about the story, he really worked at it and he gets on tour and he plays the flute and he saves the day, I mean, because they really wanted somebody to do that. So I don't know. I think for me, there's something really inspiring there to hear this example of somebody who tried a hard thing, who tried a new thing, knowing that he was potentially, being watched and being observed in the process. I often find that when I try something new, I'll kind of take a step back and be by myself for a little bit and try to get a little bit of a foundation of that thing before I introduce that to other people. And so I'm just so motivated by the bravery that he shared, and what a wonderful story that is. And maybe there's something in that for everybody who's listening. So if you haven't had a chance, go back and watch that interview and go check out Benjamin's music as well. Go out there, everybody, get inspiration and get donuts. Bye.